a wonderful site to come into. All right, here we go. It's I'm moving around as good as I was on the Xbox One. So that's something. I'm not one to be too picky on graphics exactly, especially on Switch. This is something funny. Wow, look at that. Freaking gorgeous. I am still shocked that it's like doing this much though. It's like oh, this is crazy. All right. It is a sight for sure though. I went through that glass earlier. That's funny. Oh boy. I honestly still think it runs better on Switch than it does on the Steam Deck, which is saying quite a bit. Like when you get up close and like the textures actually come in, it's much more playable, I would say. Man. Oh my. You going here yet? Whoa. That's cool. We're gonna pick a high building, build on that, so we can get a good like all around shot of it. Yeah, this is plenty big. Hello, everyone. So we're watching a little montage of me building this little set piece to mimic the one that Ark devs made for an example of what you can do with the new structure building of I believe it's ASA. Yep, from the ASA, which is the Ark Survival Ascended, which is essentially a rebuild of the entire game, Ark Survival Evolved, but with like a lot of new modern aspects to it. The really odd choice to end off this whole saga of what is Ark, I think, but it's here. It's gonna be happening. And you're gonna have to pay a little bit more for it, so it's it's a situation, and I personally don't think they've proven enough of like the worth of this ASA update sort of game. Like I don't think it's there quite yet, but what I will say though is the Switch version of Ark is doing much better. I think it's at least on par with like the Xbox One or something like that. Oh yeah. So the fabricator there. They had a fabricator in the original their example pictures. However, I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to put that thing in there. I'm pretty sure that was the fabricator. Maybe I grabbed a different machine. I don't know. Anyway, it was nowhere near going to like fit in that little spot that they had there. I don't know how. I don't know if the switch is built different or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's going to look better at least. You know, I think it's finally going to be the Ark closer to what we pictured Ark would be. I think over the years it's kind of cheapened expectations quite a bit. I think our outlook on what it could have all been has changed drastically. Based on what they were actually putting out, and I think we stopped expecting quite as much of what we hoped for versus what we were actually getting. I think expectations became more realistic. as the years went on. I mean, this is like 10 years in the making, something like that. This is kind of crazy. And we're just now getting the final product, basically, and it's a new game that we have to pay for extra 40 something, like $45. Anyway, it's whatever to me. It's like, I don't know. It's I guess we should make a stand and just not pay for it, right? That's what we should do, right? It's more like if they prove that and show that like it's worth the money, worth the extra buy, then yeah, okay, cool. If it's an actual rebuild from the ground up in a way that is so much more expressive of like what art could have been and should have been and all that, then yeah, it would be worth it. But again, no promise of that yet. I forgot to put on clothes, so you're just kind of looking at this half-naked woman on there. Building two little half houses. Anyway, I just thought I would add the Switch's version to the mix of the pictures we got there. Might as well. Why not? I didn't see anybody else do it. Maybe somebody did. I don't know. Probably did better than me. I wish Switch was gonna get the ASA just to see that, you know, graphically. It's like the Switch version is playable on all the maps, which is great, like frame rate wise and everything. Like it's much more doable. The servers are okay, but they also have a bunch of glitches that honestly make it unplayable for the most part. Alright. So let's finally compare these. Let's see. So the left side, really should have put these like side by side with them as well. But basically, the right and left sides are the old version, and jeez. But honestly, like that's playable to me for Switch. That's doable. There's a lot you can do on Ark. I think this is great for playability at least. The textures are where they need to be. They're not everywhere, but they're in. Oh hey, here we go. So yeah. Really, the only difference though is like the resolution. I would say. Is much better on PC, of course, and that's like the high, you know, detailed PC version. This is low res, low Switch quality, but still playable, still visibly everything that you need. Um, look at that. Look at it's exactly the same. There's no difference from the PC version, not from the ASA is quite different. Oh yeah. I forgot to remove the little mark from the screenshot. Anyway, I guess that's really it. It's not like it's an amazing thing. I just thought it'd be kind of neat to do. It was kind of neat to see this extinction on Switch and see it running as smooth as it does. So I spent like literally 2 hours just waiting here, waiting for the time to change because I couldn't figure out how to change the time of day. It turns out I don't think you can in here. I don't think it's actually changing the shadows or anything. It doesn't seem to anyway. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to have a day and night cycle. Probably just did something wrong. I don't know. I spent way too much time on the to like figure it out. But yeah. If you enjoyed this at all, that's surprising. You know, if you want to keep enjoying stuff like this, don't follow my channel. I don't usually do these things. I find the content interesting. It's what I've wanted to make for a YouTube channel. This was kind of an interesting experiment. And probably won't do much more like this ever again. But if there's anything I could compare with the Switch version, I might do that. So just to put it out there, just to have fun. It's not something I'm gonna do for forever. But yeah, always fun to see what the Switch can do. Anyway, y'all have a splendid evening, and I'll have a splendid tea. Actually, no, splendid's horrible. Like more intoxicating than anything.